I saw a comment on a video about 90s nostalgia that said nostalgia is poison. It may have been written by a penguin, but it made me think. Skipper might be a genius. Over the last few years, there have been more and more cores popping up. Cottagecore, Goblin Core, Witch Core, Kid Core, Retro Core, Dream Core, Good Core, Bad Core, and O Core and Atta Core.
Good boy and bad boy and old boy and atta boy.
I was caught off guard the first time I saw a Nostalgia Core video, which I guess now it would be called, I think it's Frutiger Arrow? Frutiger? I don't know. I looked up how to pronounce it, and that was how some people were pronouncing it, and Frutiger Arrow. It's very early 2000s. Editing me popping in to say that I really don't know why I was mentioning Frutiger Arrow. I was really just thinking about the nostalgia stuff, and I guess Frutiger Arrow is just nostalgic for me, so that's why I thought I needed to bring it up. Water, dreamy, Windows desktop feeling. Think this liquid-filled mouse, or this math textbook cover. The early 2000s have a special place in my heart, but I fully identify as a 90s kid. And since seeing the first Nostalgia Core video, my algorithm has decided I need to see more. So much in fact that I had a whole therapy session over what this nostalgia feeling is and how much it hurts. Yes, hurts. I can't speak for other people, but I can assume that a lot of millennials probably feel the same way as me. This nostalgia isn't a sad pleasure, it's just a sad. And I want to explore why that is. For me at least. The day my brain woke up was a weekday. I went to PM kindergarten, so before school I had time to watch Eureka's Castle and practice tying my new Barbie sneakers. Even though it was a little chilly outside, I asked my mom if I could roller skate for a little bit in the front yard. The same yard where I played with my Skip-It endlessly, where the lazy summer sun watched over me while I simultaneously swam in and drank the hose water, slowly filling up the plastic vinyl swimming pool. But my favorite yard activity happened after the rain left a nice puddle in the sinking concrete near the gate. And if I was lucky, the trash can lid was left upside down, and the rain filled it as a makeshift cauldron. I was a witch, and I needed to make brew. Witch's brew. So I filled the puddle with grass, dandelions, leaves, and dirt, to stir with a branch that became a wooden spoon through my imagination. After school time was spent on the floor of the basement, talking on the phone and watching Dragon Ball Z, curled up in one of those comforters that everyone seemed to own. Sometimes it was spent on the couch, watching Maury with my mom. But usually there was a ritual. Quickly make ramen noodles or pizza rolls and grab a drink. What did we drink back then? Certainly not water. Then head down to the basement where the dedicated computer desk was patiently waiting. It was one of those giant desks made of cheap fiberboard covered with fake wood grain sheets. I'm pretty sure everyone had one of those. This gargantuan desk contained a bookshelf full of random papers and manila folders, a rollerball mouse, a CD rack with tons of blank CDs to make mixtapes, a drawer full of floppy disks, and a printer that only worked on Tuesdays and bank holidays. The first item on the checklist was signing into AOL.
You've got mail.
Go through the day's emails, likely nothing important because I was a child, then see who is signed into Messenger. That sound still gives my heart rate a little spike. If you're my age, you remember the importance of finding the perfect chat room. And if you're younger than me, you might not even know what a chat room is. www.geocities.com/timesquare/corridor/1123. There might have been something else after that, but I'm pretty sure that was my favorite chat room's URL. Charmander31's Pokemon chat. Just saying that brings a smile to my face. None of my friends in real life back then roleplayed, and when I invited them into the chat room and tried to teach them how, it kind of just went over their head. But I spent as much of my free time as I could, logged into this chat room, roleplaying with all the other people who wanted an escape from the world. This chat room had rules for how you could converse. The faster you could type, the better chance you had at winning any fights that your character might get into, since it's roleplay and it's usually fantasy-based. I credit Charmander31 for my high words per minute score. This chat room shaped a lot of things in my life, believe it or not. It's where Nikaro was born, the main character for the comic I'm finally working on. When I think of that period in my life, a few things come to mind. VCL, the furry art website that no longer exists in its original form. Windows Music Player with all the different skins you could put on it. Somehow just listening to music and watching the sound wave was an activity. And playing on the weird eyeball-skinned Windows Music Player was always illegally downloaded music from Kazaa. Space Pinball, Solitaire, the original card art, and weird video games pulled out of cereal boxes. I found an article on Psychology Today by a guy named Eric Sullivan. He's a PhD. He seems smart, but somehow I have to wonder if he's ever experienced true nostalgia. He concluded that we experience nostalgia because we miss a time in our life when we weren't being dictated by anything. We miss a time before apps and algorithms were telling us what to think and what content to consume. Sure, maybe that's a kind of nostalgia. Maybe people have such strong feelings about childhood because there were no screens and tablets back then. But more often than not, I find myself just missing the smallest details. A toy I had as a kid that was lost. The shoes I used to wear that I lost in a fire. My first car. The taste of 3D Doritos and Butterfinger BBs. And a lot of those things that I miss aren't necessarily from my childhood. So they aren't before apps and screens and algorithms. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why these feelings hurt. I'm looking back on these things fondly, but if I think about them too long, I kind of start to feel a little sick. So now, when those nostalgia core videos come across my feed, 9 times out of 10 I will cry. And it's not an I miss this cry, it's a something is missing in my heart and has left a gaping hole cry. All this to say, I got an unopened fairy castle playset that I had when I was 6, and we're gonna unbox it together. I had this when I was a child, and it was maybe one of my favorite things because it's really cool. It still has the Big Lots sticker on it. I'm honestly really scared to open this because it's old. I feel like I shouldn't be opening this. I'm pretty sure this is from 1994 and never been opened, sealed in the box. So they have this, which is the fairy castle. And there was also a boy version, which I probably would have wanted, even though I liked action figures and boy things. I loved unicorns and fairies. Okay, I have to open it. Just rip off the band-aid. I might paint it and maybe redo it to make it look like, I don't know, a real castle? Would that be fun? I don't know. I think that would be fun. Anyway, okay. I'm scared. Oh my god. That is the oldest, yellowest glue I have seen. I'll turn the volume down for you guys because this is going to be loud. Can you see how yellow that glue is? Oh no. It smells like mildew. What if we open this and we find lots of grossness? Let's start with the little people. All set up in a little cloud. Sharp pointy thing. You have no idea how excited I am for this. Ah! No. A Pegasus pulling a chariot. 2 tiny doves. A unicorn. A swan. Of course, 2 thrones. A mirror. Can you see yourself? We got a prince. His head swivels. 2 fairies. A princess. Now, the castle. Hold on, I got some pieces. And there's stickers. Do you think these are still sticky? See, of course, this is the girl version, so everything is pink. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. You have to see this. Look at this. Alright. Castle. It's got this little wheel here, right? You push the wheel down, and it opens the door. Are you kidding? It has a gate. When you put a person up here, and you stand them on this thing, it's like a little trap door. They flop down. They fall down into the hole. And then... oh! They come out right there. This castle has a dungeon. And even has a little jail cell thing. But this door here, you put a little person in there. Oh! I broke it. You put a little person or something in there and it spins. Can you see that? And then you can see them through this window. Let's put the princess in there. And you can see her. Can you? Kind of. You can see her down there in the window. There she is. Say hi. Hi. If you just so happen to be walking above the dungeon, there is a trap door that you can fall in. Oh, go in there. Ta-da! Do you hear that tapping? Darcy is having a dream, and her claws are tapping the cabinet. The flag turns the thing in there. That makes sense. Last but not least, well, if these aren't the worst scissors in the world, we have furniture. We have a table, a candelabra, the tiniest crown, the two tiniest magic wands you have ever seen. We have these two toy chests, or I guess treasure chests, right? They pop open. And when I got this, how old was I? 5, 6, 7 at the latest. I was going to take these turtle doves. My plan in life, I would keep a turtle dove, and I would give the other turtle dove to my spouse, husband, wife, married person, whoever. My soulmate would get the other turtle dove. I thought of this when I was like 6. And I want to say, I think I did give that to somebody that I was with. Don't remember. I might actually have it around here somewhere. But it was probably in the fire. I've mentioned this fire 400,000 times on my channel. If you don't know about it yet, then who are you? That was fun. I don't know how fun it was for you, but it was absolutely amazingly fun for me. If you have made it to the end of the video, please tell me if there is a childhood toy that you wish that you could have again. I'm telling you, search on Mercari, is that how you say it? Search on Mercari and eBay, or just like search engine search whatever it is you're looking for, and go to the images and just look for it, and it is probably there. Tell me if you have a childhood toy that you miss. Or, like, tell me about your childhood stuffed animal, or, like, your baby blanket, I don't know. I sleep a lot on the bed and on the couch, and both of them are covered with giant stuffed rabbits, so, I don't know. We just out here being people. People just be people, and anyway. I'm gonna go set this up somewhere, because I love it, and I want to look at it every day. And, I hope that this video made you think. I don't know. Say goodbye to Darcy. Bye, Darcy. And, I don't have an outro. Bye. By the end of this video, you're gonna get sick of me saying the word nostalgia. I can feel it now in my bones.